All right,
Hey guys.
This is me and Super Ashmon or Super AJmon, and
Yes, thank you. That really annoys me when people don't pronounce the name right.
yeah,
But that's okay.
Yeah, so this is me doing this quick pop here doing Sazandora, and this is
Super AJmon doing Ononokusu.
Epic cries are epic.
Exactly.
So now he's gonna go first, and then with Ononokusu, and then he's gonna go. Then I'm gonna go next.
Okay, yeah. So this first set is probably what you're gonna see Ononokusu doing most often. It's a dragon dancing set because with this thing's amazing attack stat, as long as it's pretty much doing dragon dance just to get the speed, because after +1, an outrage from this thing is gonna kill pretty much anything. And Shadow Claw and Brick Break and Earthquake, those are all options to round out coverage for this. But pretty much as long as Outrage isn't not very effective, you're going to want to use that.
Yep. Then you have Shadow Claw and Brick Break for coverage. Basically. Huh? You just have Shadow Claw and Brick Break for coverage. So, yeah. Next set.
Oh yeah, and for pretty much all these sets, you're going to want to have a Lum Berry, because if Ononokusu gets burnt or paralyzed, it is effectively worthless.
Except for the second set, and you'll see why.
Okay. For this set, it is a bulky Dragon Dancer with Careful Nature or with Impish Nature with max HP, 160 Special Defense, and 94 regular defense. And yeah, this thing has Dragon Dance, Rest, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. So basically, even without any investment at all, after a Dragon Dance, you're going to be killing things fairly easily with its massive attack.
Yep.
And Rest is there to heal yourself, and you can have either a Chesto Berry or a Lum Berry on this.
I'd go for Chesto Berry. Oh, sorry.
No, I said go for it. You talk.
Oh, okay. I'd go for Chesto Berry because if you go for, unless you have really bad luck and you go for, Para-Haxes, you get Confusion Haxes a lot, which even I don't get.
I do.
So, you probably will want a Chesto Berry because if someone burns you, then basically when you rest, you'll still have to wait 3 turns.
Yeah. And if you have a Cleric on the team, though, you could go with Life Orb on this set.
Or Leftovers, more preferable. So.
Okay, the next set is a Swords Dance set, which basically this is overkill on pretty much anything. Jolly max speed, 252 attack EVs, and Swords Dance basically gives you about 700 attack after 1 turn of setup, and that's just crazy. And Dragon Claw, because you really don't need Outrage with that much attack. And Night Slash and Earthquake are there to round out coverage, because pretty much anything that Outrage doesn't hit, at least neutrally, one of those can hit. So.
Yep, and also make sure. I suggest Brick Break over Earthquake, just so you want a super effective hit on Natore. But basically.
Yeah.
But you're going to want Jolly for this set.
Yeah. Okay, this next set is probably the most gimmicky out of them. This is an anti-sweeper. It's meant to switch in as if you let something get too many boosts. You're going to get Hasty with max attack and speed and absolute minimum everywhere else, because you want anything to hit you down to a focus sash basically as soon as it attacks you.
Or if you Oh, sorry. Oh, wait.
No. Jump in whenever you want.
Okay, cool. So, if you really want, though, you could go for some HP EVs, because you might be able to survive a Steel Thorn.
Oh, yeah, for Natore's Steel Thorns. Ononokusu and Natore, they're... Okay. So, yeah, basically, if you think you're not going to be able to outspeed after a Dragon Dance, just go for Reversal. 200 base power attack coming off of an Ononokusu is going to hurt things badly. Outrage if they resist fighting, but yeah. And if you think you can outspeed at +1, then just go for Dragon Dance, and then you could potentially pull off your own sweep after stopping your opponents. And that is all the sets I could think of at the moment for Ononokusu, so on to Sazandora.
Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse. I'd suggest Draco Meteor because, like, I highly doubt you'll need to use the Sazandora more than one turn, because this isn't meant for late game sweeping. It's meant for like
revenge killing.
Yeah, revenge killing. And you're gonna want either Earthquake or Fire Blast, or because you need extra damage, and I'd rather have Fire Blast over Flamethrower at this case. And you're gonna want either Outrage or Dark Pulse. If you want more coverage, I highly suggest Dark Pulse. If you're gonna go,
I'd suggest Outrage because I'd suggest the other one probably.
Yeah, Dark Pulse.
But,
you could either go for a U-turn or Surf. Okay, Outrage, Dark Pulse / Surf, and you could have U-turn / Surf / Dark Pulse as your last move. Now, if you're gonna have like Outrage and Earthquake, I suggest you have a mild nature with 252 special attack, 192 speed, and 64 attack. So you could do a lot. Of damage with Earthquake, or at least do moderate damage with Earthquake and Outrage. But if you're gonna have something like Dragon Pulse, Fire Blast, Dark Pulse, and U-turn, you're gonna want like modest nature, 252 special, 192 / 252 speed, or you could invest that 64 in special defense. But you don't need extra damage for U-turn, so yeah, that'd be kind of a waste.
Yeah, unless on opposing Sazandoras, or if you think that they're really a Zoroark in disguise.
Yep.
But even then, Draco Meteor would still be a better.
So anyways, this is probably my favorite set. Like, this is without doubt my favorite set. So you're going to want choice specs on this. Timid. We'll talk Timid 192 speed or 252 speed / 252. 64 special defense and 252 special attack. If you have 252 special defense, though, then that would be illegal if you had that. So yeah, you're gonna want Draco Meteor / Dragon Pulse. I'd say Dragon Pulse because this is meant more for late game sweeping, if you ask me.
Yeah, a spec set is probably better to have the Dragon Pulse.
Yep. Because I'd rather have constitutional hits than one overpowered overkill move, and then it won't do so much next turn. So yeah, you could have either Flamethrower or Fire Blast. I'd go for Fire Blast, but he'd go for Flamethrower.
Yeah, because anyone who's seen my earlier videos knows my luck with Fire Blast.
Yep. Surf, basically for coverage, and Focus Blast or Dark Pulse. If you have Draco Meteor, Focus Blast, because Dark Pulse will basically do the exact same amount. It will do less than Draco Meteor would, even at a Deku-san. But if you have Dragon Pulse, then Dark Pulse for the win. That's all my sets, and
now we both made one for Sazandora that utilizes Cheer Up, so you can talk about that since I had 4.
Yeah, I always forget about the Cheer Up set. I don't know why. So, anyways, Cheer Up set. Hasty, you're going to want Hasty, 252 speed, 192 special attack, 64 on attack wide lens. I'm going to want Cheer Up, Fire Blast / Earthquake. You're going to want Dragon Rush and Draco Meteor. And your Dragon Rush is basically it's basically a really powerful dragon move. You're going to want that. Because, yeah, just because you can. And Draco Meteor is basically, with all the cheer-ups, Draco Meteor would do a buttload with +2. And once you get a -2, you'll still have either regular special attack, or you can still use it again for regular damage. And You could have either Fire Blast or Earthquake. The Fire Blast is meant for Notorious, and Earthquake is meant for Heatran. Because basically, you'll be walled by both of them unless you set up like a lot, like +6 cheer-ups.
Yeah, you're gonna be walled by one of them.
Yeah. So, like, depends, like, whether you have, like, either if you have spikes up or something, 3 layers of spikes and, like, and Stealth Rocks, then I'd say definitely go for Fire Blast. But if you don't, you just have more counters to something, like, I'd go for Fire Blast if you're more weak to Notorious, and I'd go for Earthquake if you're more weak to Heatrans. So, and this...
Yeah, I'd probably go for Fire Blast, because I haven't seen Heatran all that much.
Yep. But, yeah, again, I suggest you have, like, 3 layers of spikes up on this team, and, like, 3 Stealth Rocks when you're using this guy, just so you know. And,
just to guarantee the KOs.
Yep. And one more, this you could consider as a 3.5. You could have, instead of Cheer Up, you could have Life Orb. And instead of having Dragon Rush, you have Outrage, because Outrage would be like an overkill with a Life Orb. You could, I'm sorry. So you could have Dragon Rush. Your moveset's basically going to be Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, Dark Pulse, and Surf. I think. No. Instead of what's that one? Instead of Fire Blast, I mean Earthquake. So here's the set: Life Orb, 252 speed, 192 special attack, and 64 speed, just like the Cheer Up set. But instead of Cheer Up, you replace Cheer Up with with the Dark Pulse, and you replace Dragon Rush with either Earthquake or what's that one? Outrage. And you give a Life Orb. And
so basically this isn't walled by anything.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Yep. But it does a lot less damage, and you won't be able to get back your Draco Meteors. But that was basically a 3.5. But, yeah. So, we're going to do more sets later. But for now, this is our first sets. Make sure you comment, rate, and if you want to subscribe, link...
subscribe to this guy. This guy's a cool guy.
Yep, and subscribe to this guy too. His link will be in the description, and so.
And if you're watching this on my channel, his link will be in the description.
Yep.
So.
But since I'm recording it, you'll probably see mine first. So.
Yeah. Until then, bye guys.
See ya.